Okay. Love the music that we're playing here. But interesting though, he appeared in a field.
Hey.
1920s?
Vielleicht ist er ein Heimkehrer.
POW. Huh. After World War One? Unless this is where the factory is going to be. I feel like that's going to be the case, right? I feel like this is going to be the place where the factory is going to be, you know, erected in the future. Those sound effects, though. Sounds like Jonas' theme, though, doesn't it?
Agnes, geh und sag Erna Bescheid.
That's why. So was that supposed to be
Wo warst du stationiert?
Noah's like father or something?
Ostfront.
Sag deinem Bruder, er soll die Kammer herrichten.
Yo, no, yeah. No, this is the backstory. This is the backstory that Noah told Helge, right? When he said that a stranger came in and then he... Oh my god, this is it. This is it. Another dream. But if we are in 2020, then that means this is Martha's dream and not Jonas's. That was correct. Same way as how Jonas wakes up as well. It's the same shot as... Ah, man. These two. Ah. Yeah, that's the blueprint.
Woher hast du die?
Long story. You know, you also gotta realize that 30 years of not seeing your mother, you know, like, and then realizing who she is as you are an adult there's a lot to take in, that's for sure.
Meine Eltern sind seit 2 Tagen gar nicht mehr zu Hause. Kann sie doch
2
nicht
days.
einfach allein lassen.
They are busy. Obviously working on the case, but like, gotta take care of your kids.
Ich will endlich rausfinden, was Sache ist.
Yes,
Bis in die Höhlen
good.
gehen oder was?
Good. Let's have all of the parties, you know, basically just try to figure it all out. This is great. They've been doing this a lot. This episode. Cutting back and forth between Jonas and Martha. Every time. Almost every single time.
Du hast fast 24 Stunden geschlafen.
Noah. Ooh.
Leute sagen, dass Erna zu keinem streunenden Hund Nein sagen kann.
Is that the same knife that he had? The same knife that he used to cut the apple when he was meeting
Ich hatte dich mir anders vorgestellt.
Oh, he was expecting him. Ooh. I guess future Noah told past Yona about this encounter that is about to happen. Oh, that little smile that he had. Oh, sinister. The cross right next to the window. Sigmundus Creatus Est.
Sigmundus Creatus Est.
Oh, I got chills. Yeah. Fish out of water. Doesn't know what to do.
Jeder, der hier geboren wurde, bleibt.
Love that we pan into the family photo there.
Warum haben Sie den Namen Ihrer Frau angenommen?
We've also been asking that question. Yeah. I mean, we kind of know why, right? Because of his, you know, his past.
Wie ist Ihr richtiger Name?
Oh. Little twitchy there. So why did Hannah call her? Why did she call Charlotte?
Aber wir müssen das jemandem erzählen.
Oh. I mean, Charlotte,
Das ist Jonas, er ist viel älter.
she knows. Actually, like, this is pretty good. Because she's been working on the case as well.
Du bist der Mann aus dem Hotel, von dem Regina erzählt hat.
Uh-huh. The photo. Yeah.
Es ist nur.
And of course she knows Noah as well through name alone.
Zu wem?
Sigmundus.
Zu Sigmundus.
Ha.
Sigmundus Creatus est?
This is so good. I love it.
Es gibt da etwas, das ihr beide sehen solltet.
I love it when mysteries or characters that are solving mysteries finally come together and discover the truth together. But this is also something that should kind of be worrying because these kids, they're not prepared for all of this. Unless some of them went into the cave and that is how they survived the apocalypse. And then those who stayed, such as Martha, for example, will end up dead because we saw Martha's grave in the future. I mean, we know Elizabeth will be alive. Great shot. Love the contrast between the left and the right side.
Wo kann ich Artikel und Veröffentlichungen der letzten 30 Jahre finden?
Das ist alles digitalisiert.
What does that mean?
Und wo finde ich das?
On your phone. Oh man. Oh. I love the set design. I really do. Love the sound of the music as well. Kind of like this discovery of, you know, like future technology, even though it's just pretty much our modern technology. But for Claudia, of course, this is all new.
Entschuldigung. Wo ist denn die Tastatur?
There is no keyboard. Chills. Holy shit, I got chills. Well, even though I like it's just modern technology. We are used to this. I don't know, it's just the fact that Claudia is seeing it for the first time.
Ihr Mann hat sich letztes Jahr umgebracht. Sie aufgehängt.
Interesting shot that we're showing of Waller here. Because of his eye, we're not actually seeing his eyes at all. Like, interesting. As if he is blind to it all.
Wie kommt man zu seinem Posten? Sonderkommission. Haben Sie das freiwillig ausgesucht?
Oh ja.
Oh, that is an evil turn right there. That was an evil head turn if I've ever saw one. Wow. The sketch of Claudia as well. No more secrets.
Micke, Ulrich.
No more lies. And the missing pages.
Die letzten Seiten wurden rausgerissen.
But it's the fact that we are just 3 days away from the apocalypse, though. It is. It's nail biting. Oh. I mean, we knew he was gonna die, but just reading that kind of felt the same way as Claudia did there. You know, like my heart just sank just a bit. Again, even though it's like the inevitable outcome, like yeah, of course that's gonna happen, but still. Noah's gonna come in. Gonna come into the scene. Oh, that was a sick cut. That was pretty good. Again, cutting back and forth between Martha and Jonas. Dude, Katarina, man, like those pain, the pain in her eyes, man. It's.
Was soll die Scheiße hier? Wo sind Mikkel und Ulrich?
Katharina, es stimmt, was sie sagt.
Du hältst deine Fresse.
It's gonna be hard to explain to her.
Ich bin Jonas, Ihr Sohn und dein Enkel.
Oh, Dad. if I was her, I would probably laugh as well, because that's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Really? Really, my grandson? Yeah, right. Oh, the... This show. Ouroboros. You know, my question that was never really answered back in season 1 of like, who tied, you know, like the red string that led Jonas into the cave. Was it actually Martha? Was it himself? The man himself. Busted. Where were you? When were you?
Ich habe ihn gesehen. Nickel.
Oh, she... Oh, man, I'm... She's going to punch her.
Ihr habt sie doch nicht mehr alle.
Okay. You gotta take it into account that now she... Like, they just pretty much said, hey, yeah, this... Even I'm struggling to explain it, but like, yeah, like Katarina just realized that her son married probably the girl that she hates the most in the world. Now we know the door is finished, but what about the other doors? Ah, it's not open. It's not open. If the portal worked, then we should have heard like the loud boom, like the wind should have been gushing and everything, but great framing. Trapped in a box. Unable to escape the darkness. Wow. Wow. Blind to it all.
Was ist eigentlich mit ihrem Auge passiert?
Ah.
Also, letzten Sommer ist folgendes...
Man, Claudia got that plot armor, baby. Obviously, she cannot die, but holy shit. No, what about the eye? What about the eye? Tell us about the eye. Ah, never mind. A story for another day. Conwald. Yeah. She says that it's all bullshit, but deep down, the possibility of it being real. There he is. I'm just waiting for Noah to appear.
Sie ist noch nicht offen.
Same way and everything. Eating the same apple. Well, it's not really the same apple, but still. So it is the same knife that he had before.
Sie warten auf dich.
Wer wartet auf mich?
Sigmundus.
Sigmundus.
Wer ist sie?
The Travelers?
Die Reisende.
Yes! Oh man. What's crazy is that Sigmundus has not even been created yet at that point, right? But no one knows because of, you know, future Noah and such.
Warum bist du denn hier?
Dude, the fact that they are talking to Jonas right now is insane.
Wer?
Adam.
Okay. The loophole. Right. Right, he wants to end the cycle and then makes it... Yeah, but how does he know what Adam said?
Aber am Ende ist sie genau das geworden, was sie bekämpfen wollte.
She became what she wanted to fight. The White Devil? Unless Sigmundus is already? No. This is just the church, right? We still have no idea at what time Sigmundus is, or where, or when, right? Fucking Noah just appears out of nowhere. He's like, but he knows. Noah knows about like Charlotte and everything, right?
Du willst doch endlich Antworten haben.
Hey, I want answers too, man. Oh, chills. Apples. Oh. Oh. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sigmundus is right. It's right there. It's right there, isn't it? That was a cool transition between Hannah and Jonas. Oh. Tucking her in one last time before she leaves again. Yo! Okay. Oh my god, next episode is gonna be oh! I wonder if past Noah has ever been in there before. Meanwhile, in the future, I still have no idea who you are.
Das Buch, wer hat es geschrieben?
Wer auch immer es geschrieben hat Zukunft und Vergangenheit bereits gesehen.
Could it be Adam?
Adam wird ihn auf den Weg schicken, der für ihn vorbestimmt ist.
Of course, of course. Predestination. That painting, though. Pretty sure that's an actual painting. I forgot what it's called. The apples in the back. A different time machine.
Du hast sicherlich viele Fragen.
I swear if Adam says, Ich bin du, I am you, or some shit, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Wer sind Sie?
Fuck. Just say Adam, that's it, just say Adam.
Kannst du dir das nicht denken?
I think that's pretty much confirmation, folks. Holy shit, I was right. Wow. Wow.
Ich bin du. Jeder an seinem Bestimmungsort.
Mhm.
Jetzt fehlt nur noch ein kleiner Schubs.
Still calling him Adam though in the end credits. Interesting. So okay, so obviously the stranger says something about like, you know, the stuff that Adam said, and then I was I guess my question was answered immediately, like, wait a minute, how did the stranger know about Adam? What's the deal here? Oh, that's why, because Jonas met with met with Adam before, and Adam is I thought I knew where this is going to go. Apparently not. It's, I don't know, and the thought of Jonas already knowing who the identity of Adam is at such an early stage was not something that I was anticipating. If anything, I was kind of expecting that the reveal that, oh, Adam is Jonas this entire time would be like, I don't know, something that they would probably reserve for like the ending, like a final twist of or something. But no, in typical Dark fashion, no, all of these incredible story-shattering plot twists just, you know, they just happen out of nowhere. It's also, I guess, recontextualizes everything, considering, yes, Jonas at such a young age has already, our young Jonas already knows the identity of Adam, and that is himself. Which means the stranger already knows who Adam is. The stranger has been really keeping it a secret from Jonas himself, right? Like he keeps referring to Adam as Adam and not as, you know, himself, as Jonas, as our future self, for example. The question is, does Noah and the rest of Sigmundus know that Adam is Jonas? That remains to be seen. Oh boy, what an episode! What an ending, especially. The surprise didn't really came from like the reveal. No, I pretty much kind of predicted that would be the case. The surprise came that it happened right now. Like I wasn't really expecting it to happen right now in episode 4. But wow, fantastic episode of Dark. It's, yeah, I love in mystery shows, especially, or stories where, of course, you got, you know, all of these different people, these different groups of people, whether individuals or not, who are like working on the same case, who are trying to find or solve the same mystery and doing it in their own ways. And then once all of the threads are coming together, they also come together. So I kind of like that trope whenever, you know, especially in this episode when Jonas and Charlotte kind of met and they kind of, you know, like shared like, you know, hey, this is the answer that you are looking for. And then they kind of share it more with Hannah, and then they share it more with Katarina. It's like, seeing Jonas and, you know, like all of these other people, you know, interact, like future Jonas interacting with like again, like with Charlotte, with Peter and everybody, like it's fun. It's also very euphoric for, like, you know, us, the audience, of like, yes, finally, you know, we're finally seeing all of it. It's really great. And besides all of that, it's also, you know, it's not just them, but it's also like the kids, you know, like even in like from the very first episode, I kind of mentioned that, you know, we got like 2 groups of people, right? We got like the adult world, you know, with all of the parents and such, and then we got, you know, the kids. We got the I say kids even though they're technically teenagers, but yeah, still, you know, we got the side of the children's, right? You know, the side of you know, the ones who may not necessarily care much about, you know, safety and everything. They're, you know, they're children, right? Even if they are, you know, teenagers and, you know, venturing into young adults, and you know, they have experienced a lot of the, I guess, mature aspects of life, they are still, in a way, children, right? They're still inexperienced. They are not mature enough, but they are going to be. And I guess it also plays along with the overall theme of Dark, which is, you know, like time and how it's moving, and how sometimes you know, time and such is kind of irrelevant and such. But I really do love that the, you know, the parents and such, the adults, they are, you know, working together, and they are about to like solve the case or trying to figure out what is going on. Whereas the children, they're also doing it in their own ways. Meaning Bartos, kind of unfortunate for him, even not really, but kind of unfortunate for him for, you know, just being at the wrong place at the wrong time, but it is all predetermined, so he is supposed to be in that exact same place. He is supposed to be beaten up by his friends. He is supposed to be left there to die. But it is really unfortunate for him, very unfortunate for his relationship with Martha. It's because it's like he's trying to, mend everything together, especially since, Jonas is gone, like the opposition is out of the picture, but now it feels like that just kind of turned sour even further, so it sucks for him. But the question is, when was he? Like, where did he came from? Like, he appeared from the cave, so that means he was venturing in some place we don't know when, right? Could it be possible that he was actually here in the 1920s, talking with Adam? But I don't think that's the case as well, because obviously he was carrying the time traveling machine, so yeah, it is possible. I was about to say, like, if he ventured into the cave, then that's not possible, because obviously Sigmundus is in the 1920s, and the furthest that the cave can reach is the 1950s. But because he has the time machine, yeah, it makes sense. So could it be possible that Bartosz was actually talking with Adam, talking with Noah in the 1920s during that time? Who knows, right? But aside from all of that, yeah, great episode, fantastic music. Editing has been top notch as usual. The transitions between Martha and Jonas this entire episode has been pretty deliberate. Kind of showing how strong their connection is, their bond, even through space and time, Even Martha has mentioned, like, she has been having these dreams, the same dreams that Jonas is having as well, right? It's almost very similar, right? Of like them being very intimate and together and such, to the point where even the shots of her waking up and, getting out of bed is very eerily similar to Jonas's routine. It's very interesting, to say the least, to see this dynamic at play through the use of editing, because it's not through the writing of the story alone, nor is it through the interactions between the characters, because they are so far away, but it is through the editing of the show that showcases how strong their connection is. So beyond that, fantastic, incredible episode. If we're gonna talk a bit more about like some of the stuff that happened here, so I mentioned in the beginning of the reaction that there's something that I want to talk about concerning Noah, Jonas, and everything in the 1920s. The thing that I did want to talk about is that we saw Agnes, we saw Noah, of course, but there are these other two characters who I am assuming is the father and mother of Noah and Agnes. I'm assuming this is the father, and I am assuming this is the mother. The mother's Erna, I believe, is the name. I didn't quite catch the name of the father. I don't think they've ever mentioned it. But if this is the father, then that kind of pushes away a theory that I had before, and that is Bartosz being Noah's father. Because I'm pretty sure, it's I think it's pretty accepted that Bartosz was the one that Noah killed at the beginning of season 2, right, during that flashback of the 1920s and such. But obviously this is not Bartosz at all, because how could it be? So I don't know what Bartosz's relationship with Noah at this point, because the leading theory is that Bartosz is probably Noah's father, right? Because before that, it was Bartosz is Noah, but I don't think that's going to be the case because of the different eye color and such. But then I thought, okay, maybe Bartosz is the father, but I don't think that is the case, because we're kind of introduced to this character, and I feel like this character is the father. But it could be wrong, right? Maybe there's a reason why we never really gotten his name. Maybe it's because he is just a random person who just so happens to, or maybe a second father. Maybe Erna remarried, and this is the the guy that she remarries to. So who knows? But besides from that, really awesome to see the interactions between like Noah and Jonas in the past. And then just skipping straight into the very end, because I'm pretty sure a lot of you want to hear my thoughts about like the ending of this episode, because it is probably the most it is the I don't know how to describe it. It is the mind-boggling, reveal of the episode. It's definitely the climax and like the highlight of the episode. This is how you end an episode, right? I was kind of half joking when Adam was like approaching him, and I was like, no, there's no way. He's not gonna say I am you, right? But that is exactly what he said. So I wasn't expecting him to say it this early, but the fact that he did say it this early, again, like I mentioned towards the end of the reaction when the credits was rolling, it kind of recontextualized a lot of the interactions and a lot of the dialogue that the stranger was talking, especially when it comes to Jonas, and especially when it comes to his goal of changing the past and the future. This is why he wants to change all of this, right? If he saw what he became, right? If he saw that he became this leader of Sigmundus, right? That would be pretty much a fair reason to want to change the world and want to change everything. Because it also ties directly to the fact that this is a never-ending cycle. You gotta put that into account as well. So what if, right, if this is a never-ending cycle and Adam was in the position of the stranger who was in the position of Jonas at this very moment, then it would make complete total sense why Adam wants to change the future, because he does not want to be who he is at this very moment. If he is still self-aware, that is the catch. Because if he is self-aware of his actions, then why is he doing all of this? Why is he letting this happen? The simple answer would be because it's supposed to happen. It is all predetermined. Like, he cannot change the events of the past nor the future. He is forced to become the villain that he wants to destroy. And I find that to be poetic and cursedly beautiful in terms of the character arc of Jonas, in that by the end he became the very thing he swore to destroy, the same way as how they describe Claudia. But it's the idea that Adam knows that what he is doing is essentially making his past life suffer, right? Adam is making his previous selves go through all of this pain and suffering, because this is the path that will lead him to be who he is right now as Adam. And the desperate attempt to change all of this is clear as day, considering Jonas knows what the future holds from such a young age. So now, the question is, how do you change it? What is the difference between this cycle and all of the infinite other cycles of the past? Because if this is a cycle, then that means this has been going on for all of eternity, right? Because that's just how it works. It never begins and then it never ends. It always happens. It's always a loop. So how do you break free of all of this? And if Jonas already knew from the very beginning, then how can he change it? How can the stranger change it if he knows that all of his efforts will lead him to become Adam, and then the cycle repeats itself again? It's so fascinating, and it's so difficult to wrap your head, because all of the rules that the show and the story itself has said pretty much goes against what the show is trying to do. Because it's like you're trying to change what is already written at the very end. You cannot change how it ends. So how do you go past that if there's no more page to write, if that makes sense? And this leads to a theory that, because of the previous episode, I don't think Jonas will be the key to change all of this. No. I think it's going to be Noah. Noah will be the cause of chaos. Because he's the one who wants to get away from Adam's influence. He wants to break free of all of it, right? He wants to break free of Adam. Let's put it this way. Let's say, metaphorically or symbolically, Adam is the cycle. Adam is the cycle. He is the beginning and the end. He is the Alpha and the Omega. He is the cycle. The cycle cannot break itself. Someone else needs to break the cycle. Who is currently trapped within the cycle? Noah. Noah is trapped within the cycle. Noah is trapped within Adam's machinations. And due to the fact that we just learned from the previous episode that Noah just discovered, like the stuff in regards to like Charlotte and everything else, like the missing pages and such. And he even straight up lied to Adam, unless my memory is fucking me up right now. Adam said and asked Noah perfectly at the end of the previous episode, does she have the pages with her? And Noah just says, nope. Noah could actually be a protagonist. Like the role would or could be reversed. Maybe not in season 2, but season 3? I am just in love with this. I am in love. I am in love with this this back and forth between Adam and Jonas. It's so good. Alright, moving on from the Jonas and Adam discussion. One thing that has also been kind of building up, especially in season 2, is Investigator Clausen. This dude who just appeared out of nowhere in the first episode, who's like, hey, I'm here to help you solve your case, but the question is, where did you came from, and what is your goal, and what's the deal? What is up with you? Right? It's been a question that I've been starting to question, and a part of me wants to believe that he is actually a part of Sigmundus. Because he's been very much interested in a lot of these things, but maybe he's not, though. That's the thing, though. I don't know if this is just a red herring where the writers are purposefully throwing the audience off into thinking that Clausen is like somebody who may be working with Sigmundus, somebody who may be, because like there's so much mystery to him. There's so many things that one would consider to be off about him The fact that he apparently doesn't own a car. He never really drove any cars. Charlotte was the one who drove him in the previous episodes. Now it's Waller as well. Does he know how to drive? And again, it's not like that's something that, you know, that reality could not comprehend. It's not like everybody can drive. No, it's just that you don't really see characters like this, you know, that often in stories where a character actually doesn't know how to drive. You know, like almost every character written that is living in a world with cars probably knows how to drive. So I don't know. It's also the fact that, you know, in previous episodes we see him really looking at like a photo of like Noah and like the rest of the people at Sigmundus. So he's hiding something. And he wants to know about something. And he has this keen eye to Alexander as well, which, okay, if you are just a cop and then you're trying to figure out why this person whose names never really, you know, came up in the registry or whatever, who came from like the east or whatever, like, what is the deal with him, right? We don't know. You know what's also interesting? The parallels between Alexander and Jonas. Because Alexander came from the east, right? That is his story, right? He escaped from the east, right? Same thing with Jonas. That is exactly what he said, right? When he was asked, like, where are you from? And he said, oh, I was from the Eastern Front. Like, coincidences? Also the fact that Alexander just appeared out of nowhere, like he just, like, we have no idea where he came from actually. We're only here believing his words, right? So, I wonder if there's more to him. Secretly a time traveler as well. Everybody's a time traveler in the show. Plot twist. Besides from all of that, the last thing I did want to talk about is well, actually, there's two things that I want to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about Claudia for a bit. Claudia, of course, in this episode, fantastic. We know what she has become in the previous cycle. Again, this feels like because we are starting a new cycle basically, right? The apocalypse is gonna happen in 3 days. But just seeing her being, you know, again, like a fish out of water, just trying to figure out everything, just learning how to use a touchscreen computer is really sweet, heartwarming, and also chilling at the same time. It's like, holy shit, you gotta put into perspective, like, that is how far technology has gone through from the past 30 years or so. Like, that's insane. But the other thing that I did want to talk about was who wrote the book. And I'm not talking about Tannhouse's book. No, I'm talking about the book with the Trinity triquetra symbol, right? The book that everybody has been wanting to get, the one with the pages that are torn. Who wrote the book? Noah says to Noah that whoever wrote the book is someone who has seen it all, someone who has seen the past and the future. So we got a couple of candidates. Claudia, but she hasn't seen the past, right? She has only seen the future. At least for now, right? She hasn't. We haven't seen her in the 1920s. That's the thing. She's the furthest that we have seen her is the 1950s when he's talking to young Tannhouse and of course his father when he was young with Egon. But who else aside from Jonas and Noah? Those are the only two candidates that I can think of. Because both of these characters have been in the past and the future. Even though we haven't seen Noah in the future. But we do know that he has some connections with Charlotte. More and more mysteries. I think that's gonna be it for my discussion for Dark Season 2, Episode 4. I'm trying to keep the discussions quicker and not spend over an hour discussing it, but unless, you know, if there's so much to discuss, then it is what it is. But I'm trying to keep the discussions, you know, just under an hour. So that is pretty much it. I don't think there's anything else that I did want to talk about in the episode anyways. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction and my discussion to Dark Season 2, Episode 4. If you made it this far, I guess hit the like if you haven't already, and maybe subscribe as well if you also have not subscribed. Kind of weird if you haven't subscribed, but hey, subscribe. Anyways, thank you all so much. See you all next time. Take care. Have a nice day. Peace.